Hi everyone, it is Friday, March 21st, and I'm coming to you with another haul. I know, I need to stop. But I'm pretty much done buying books for a long time because seriously, it's just gotten out of control. So anyways, I had contemplated making this all one video, but I think I'm going to break this up simply because I think some people may not really be interested in children's books. So I figured I would just have one video where I talk about children's books, and then I'd have a video where I talk about the other titles that I got, and then that should be it for the hauls. But like I said, my birthday, anniversary, this is a busy month, so I just knew that it would be busy book-wise. But I've probably added maybe at least 30 to 40 books to my book collection this month alone, and so this is just ridiculous. So this particular haul is children's books. I was asked by the PTA president at my son's school to start a book club for the following school year, and I'm very, very thrilled to be doing this. And so because of that, I've been buying children's books to read over the summer so that I could have my titles picked out because we're going to break the book club up by grade. And so I've been trying to buy these children's books and read them and stuff. And then, too, I like reading children's books because I like to be able to give my son a book and ask him to read it and then have him tell me what is, what's in the book. And he can't just say, oh, it's this. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, okay. I actually know because I've actually read it. So I do like reading children's books. And I'm kind of a silly person. I'm a big kid. So I got a big stack of children's books that I want to talk about. So like I said, in my last video about my birthday, it's been the book fair. This week was the book fair at my son's school, and so I picked up some books from the book fair and then some books from some other places also. So the first book that I got is the Gumazing Gum Girl by Rhode, Montijo. And this is like a graphic novel. It has all these really cutesy little pictures, and she's a superhero, but she's a bubblegum chewer. I don't know. It just looked really, really, really cute. So, I picked that one up. Then I got Hidden Like Anne Frank, 14 Stories, True Stories of Survival by Marcel, Prins, and Henk Steenhuis. And this is about accounts of people who were hidden during World War II. And similar to Anne Frank, people that hid Jews and stuff like that. And so it has pictures in it. And they're just all these true stories, and I just thought this was really, really interesting, especially after having just read The Book Thief. I've been kind of interested in this subject, so I've been wanting to... my husband is, like, crawling on the floor, so he doesn't get in the video. It's really funny. There's a snake in my room! Anyways, so I really, really wanted to get this book, and I'm glad that I did. The next one I got is Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Search Part 2. I think I talked about this in another video, but, and I just bought The Search Part 3, so now I can finally find out what happens to Zuko's mom. Super thrilled about that. Then I got Matilda by Roald Dahl, and this was actually one of those, like, random books I get. Say I get books in all these really random ways. So, because of my son's cancer diagnosis, Kaiser Permanente has this program where we get to go to the zoo on the second Saturday of every month for free, and they take us behind the scenes and do all these art projects with us. And so they had a bunch of just books to take, and so this one was one of them. I did not really know this was written by Roald Dahl. I just saw Matilda and knew that it was a popular story and bought it. Or, actually, I didn't buy it. I acquired it. And then I looked at it the other day, and I was like, oh my goodness, Roald Dahl. So now I'm kind of a little hyped to read it and see what the hullabaloo is about. The next one that I got, this one I'm super stoked about. It is called Zorgamazoo by Robert Paul Weston. It is a E.B. White Read Aloud Honor winner and also the Silver Birch Award. And this entire book, okay, now you see this, it's about 200 pages or even more, 250. Yeah, it's almost 300 pages. The whole book rhymes. The entire book rhymes. So I am so stoked to read this because I love books that rhyme. I love when children's books rhyme. I think that's why I like My Life as a Chicken so much, because the entire book rhymes. But this whole book rhymes. I cannot wait to read this. I'm just really looking forward to it. Next one I got is What Was the Underground Railroad by Yona, Zeldis, McDonough. And it is a book about the Underground Railroad. And I'm really, really glad that I picked this up. I really want to read it to my children because I don't know if it's just regionally it's different, but when I was a kid, we learned a lot about the Underground Railroad. We learned a lot about, people like Sojourner Truth and Frederick Douglass. But I grew up in a predominantly black area in New Jersey. So, whereas, we live out here in California, and so maybe that's the reason why, but I feel like they don't really get a lot of black history and, those kinds of things. And so I feel like, if they don't get it at school, they're going to get it here at home. And so I really do want my children to know what the Underground Railroad was and kind of have a sense of their ethnicity and, the things that we've gone through as black people. And so I'm really, really glad to have that reference. And it has pictures inside as well. It has some illustrations, and it also has some actual photos, which is really cool. Then these two books I got from the library for free. And that is the last of the really great Whangdoodles 25th Anniversary Edition. I love the title. I think I'm really going to enjoy this because I love books that are flights of fancy. And then I got Madeline L'Engle, A Swiftly Tilting Planet. This is also the person who wrote A Wrinkle in Time. And I guess that A Wrinkle in Time is a quintet. So this is the third book. And so I'm going to have to get the other ones because I do have A Wrinkle in Time. But I saw this and recognized the author or authoress. And was like, oh my gosh, I've got to get this. So even though I haven't read A Wrinkle in Time, I want to read it this year. And then I got this one, which I've actually already read. I brought it with me to Ojai, and was just like, I'm just going to pick this up and read it. It took me a couple of days, and it's called 3 Times Lucky by Sheila. Turnage. I picked it up because it was a Newbery Honor book, and so I was like, oh, and then I thought the cover was really cute. I put this little fake mustache on it on a St. Patrick's Day. So I've already read it. I'll reserve my opinion about it until my March wrap-up, because I think I want to talk about it more when I talk about the books that I read in March. But I did read it already. And it's a cute little book. And then lastly, I got My Life as a Chicken, which I did talk about in another video, but I just hadn't had it yet. And so I was really excited when this came in. This book is just everything. Like, seriously, I love this book. I absolutely adore this book. It's by Ellen A. Kelley. I love this book. I just cannot say enough good things about My Life as a Chicken. So that is my children's book haul. So I'm going to film another haul about some other books that I've got that are adult books. But I do know that some of my watchers are parents. So I would appreciate, honestly, because I feel like most of BookTube is YA. Pretty much almost everybody, with the exception of a few people, just only solely focus on YA. And I don't really read a lot of YA, honestly, but I do like to read a lot of children's books because I have children, and so I think it's kind of nice to have a YouTuber that talks about kids' books because, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, I want to get my kid into reading, but I don't know what to get them. So so that's why I kind of wanted to do this just about children's books. And so I'll be talking about these as I read them. And making suggestions and things like that. And I'm pretty sure I'll be well-versed in children's books for next year with me being over the book club and stuff for the kids. So I'm really excited about that. And I will see you guys in the next video where I talk about my other books. Have a great, great weekend. My husband is taking me to a chinchilla ranch tomorrow to get me another chinchilla for my birthday because I've just fallen in love with those animals. So I'm really, really, really excited to be going to a chinchilla ranch. I didn't even know they had chinchilla ranches, so it should be very interesting. And I'm actually really excited to meet the proprietors of the chinchilla ranch because it's like a 90-year-old couple, so it should be really cool. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Holler. Bye.